What's good with y'all, man? Happy Saturday. Hopefully you guys are having a good weekend. It's Saturday, and I'm doing a Saturday upload at 7 o'clock. This is a first, but not a last. So, we got this article by Cosmic Book News saying James Gunn out at DC with WBD sale. So, let's see what this article is twerking with. James Gunn out at DC with Warner Bros. Sale exclusive. This just came out today. So you know we have to talk about it, especially after the news we got with what was going on with the finale of Peacemaker. With Superman reportedly bombing financially and with Peacemaker Season 2 flopping with fans, I reached out to my insiders about the state of the DCU under James Gunn. The short of it is that James Gunn will be out as the head of DCU with WBD sale. I'm told if David Ellison of Skydance Paramount buys WBD, that Mike DeLuca will be in charge of DC and do a completely new start. It better not be a new start. You know where the money's at. Don't play. See, it's not about a restart. It's about giving the fans what they want and what they deserve because you started something and you didn't finish it. So we don't want another reboot. Us fans, we're tired of reboots. Finish the universe that you built, that was being built, and then we will be okay with a reboot. Gunn recently said he is doing whatever he wants with DC. That sounded odd to me, as if you are building a new universe. You want it to be successful with the fans. That's not happening, as both Creature Commandos and Peacemaker failed to chart on Nielsen. They don't have a big audience, and Gunn claims that Peacemaker Season 2 was meant to be a sequel to his Superman movie was pure BS. Superman also failed to resonate with international fans, as box office also came in under Zack Snyder's Man of Steel by a large margin. Gunn's approach to the DCU has been all about divisive messaging. It's splitting the fan base. I am of the opinion that Gunn is doing whatever he wants with DC because his days are numbered and he knows it. So he's getting himself, all his friends, and his wife big paychecks before WBD sells. That makes a lot of sense because he is greenlighting a lot of projects really quick. That means when a sale goes through, James Gunn is out. So I reached out to my Hollywood insiders. Here's what I am told. Recently saw the big news that Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdy re-signed with Warner Bros. And Deadline's report they basically said it's because of the sale of Warner Bros. Discovery. David Ellison is looking to purchase WBD, so WBD CEO David Zaslav is putting people in place that Ellison wants. That means Ellison wants DeLuca and Abdy in charge of Warner Bros. Films. You'll notice that Gunn has pivoted from his planned Gods and Monsters storyline into what he calls Superman Family Saga. The Superman family is all Gunn. The Gods and Monsters storyline is likely ditched because Gunn knows he can only get a select amount of movies out before the sale. I've also been told the reason why DCU projects have been stalling is because of Gunn's interference. The delay with the Batman 2? Woo. The filmmakers want their own vision and not Gunn's. I'm told that most visionary directors in Hollywood are staying away not only DC but Marvel and Star Wars because life is too short and everyone is looking for original properties. I'm told Zack Snyder is happy doing his original stuff but would only return to DC for one last movie, an adaptation of The Dark Knight Returns. Now, unless Zack comes out and says himself that he doesn't want to complete the Man of Steel 2, Justice League 2 and 3, I don't believe anything because he hasn't came out and said that he doesn't want to finish those. He's came out and said he does want to finish those. Now, he did say he wanted to do The Dark Knight Returns with Ben Affleck, which I want to see. I'm told that if Warner Bros. Gets sold, that whoever buys it wants a completely new start. While it's been reported that Skydance is eyeing to purchase WBD, I'm told Universal Comcast is still in the mix. I know they've been eyeing WBD for years. Excuse me. What I am told if David Ellison buys Warner Bros. Discovery is that James Gunn will be out. David Ellison's father, billionaire David Ellison, is close to President Donald Trump. So Peacemaker isn't getting a season 3, and Gunn lied about a family-friendly approach to DC. I'm told that actually nobody in the building knows his status except for Gunn himself, but his actions speak as to what might happen. Again, it's obvious, and Gunn has said it himself, he's doing whatever he wants with DC. It's because with the sale, his DCU will be dead. Back to David Ellison. I'm told Mike DeLuca will take over DC. Recall how my insiders told you about the real ending of The Flash, which is something Gunn completely changed. And this is what I've been telling everybody. The Flash movie we got in the movie theaters was trash. It was trash compared to the real version we were supposed to get. DeLuca wanted to bring back Zack Snyder's DCEU, which would have in part led to the return of Henry Cavill as Superman, and the return of Ben Affleck as Batman, with a Batman multiverse happening. That all got scrapped when Gunn took over the DCU. I am of the opinion that Gunn knew about the eventual sale of WBD, and that Zaslav handed him over the reins and gave him the ability to do whatever he wants before the sale. They just want DC content out there to make the sale of WBD look better. Back to DeLuca in DC, I'm told he won't be bringing back the Snyderverse as everyone has moved on. He'll be starting a new I'm sure that's supposed to be DC Universe under David Ellison and Skydance, and it's my guess will bring back truth, justice, and the American way. We also know Gunn's history with the conservatives was also likely explains Gunn's DCU agenda. He's getting it all out there before the sale. Mike DeLuca discovered David S. Goyer, who was known for Blade, Man of Steel, and Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy. Mike also brought in Sinners, Weapons, and oversaw the Conjuring franchise, also added Minecraft. He knows cinema, history, global moments, and is a die-hard comic book fan, the insider said. That is the article. Okay, so we have a couple things here. The main thing I want to point out right now, if DC sells and they don't restore the Snyderverse, you're not gonna appease the fans. This is just putting a band-aid over a wound. Again, see, the reason why James Gunn is struggling, not because his movies suck, because before the movie even came out, nobody was happy with James Gunn doing his universe. Why was that? That's because you didn't let the previous universe complete its course. So if DC and WB sells and they don't let Zack finish his vision, it's James Gunn all over again. Sure, the content could be better than James Gunn, but are fans gonna buy into it? Because, well, you're doing another reboot. And as a fan myself and what I see online, we are tired of reboots. You start something and then you reboot it. We're so tired of it. We're tired of it. So this is just putting a band-aid on a very big open wound. And that band-aid won't hold long. So I hope that this article is somewhat not true. Because if it is true that they don't bring the Snyderverse back, if whoever gets it, I think it was Paramount, whatever. If Paramount gets it and they don't want to bring Zack back, it's not going to be good. And some people will probably be like, well, you guys, look, you're trying to boss your way into getting the Snyderverse. It's not about bossing your way back into anything. We are the fans. We are paying for a product. Therefore, we deserve what we want. So, if I'm going to the store and I want a product, I'm going to spend my money on it. That's not bossing anybody around. If WB isn't giving the fans what they want, we don't have to buy it. And that's what's happening with James Gunn's universe right now. Not only did the universe suck, but people aren't buying it because it's not what they want. It's not the product they want. The constant reboots after reboots after we're done with it. So if this article is in fact a little bit true, and WB does sell, and they don't bring back the Snyderverse, it's just another James Gunn era all over again. Simple as that. Now, James Gunn out. If WB sells, I can see that because nobody's rocking with this with the movies. Peacemaker season 2, Superman. Very small portion of fans, James Gunn fans, are supporting this. Majority of the DC fans are not supporting it, so I could actually see this being true. Now with the Snyderverse thing again, man. If DC and WB do this, man, it's not. It's James Gunn all over again. You're going to get the same treatment from the fans. They're not going to support your product. So I hope that is not true, man. Give the fans what they want. The fans spend the money. At the end of the day, the fans have the power because the fans spend the money on the movies, on the shows, all that. If the fans stop spending money, well, they're not going to make any money. So you have to give the fans what they want. Majority of DC fans want the Snyderverse completed. We don't want another reboot. I hope that they listen. So, with the main article being James Gunn out at WB with the sale, I can kind of believe it. There's a reason why he's greenlighting all these projects really fast. It makes sense. Let's get everybody paid before everything happens. You know what I'm saying? And then an article came out that said that, was it Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdy had a contract extension, but it was like for a certain amount of time or something. But James Gunn didn't get a contract renewal or anything. So I can kind of see that. So I want you guys to post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. If DC and WB sell to Paramount and they don't reboot or they don't bring back the Snyderverse and they just give us another reboot, are you going to be happy about that or are you going to be sad about it? Or not even sad. Are you just going to be still while it's closed? See, this is something that they have to understand. James Gunn was never the issue with taking over DC. The issue was the reboot of not being able to finish the previous project that everyone wants to see. James Gunn later became the problem because nobody liked the product. So it's just a band-aid over a big open wound, man. So I want you guys to let me know, what do you guys think? Do you think it's going to be a big mistake if they don't restore the Snyderverse? Or do you think you would support another reboot? Let me know in the comments down below. I'll catch y'all on the next 100,000 subscribers. It's grind time. Let's get